Hi, everyone. Welcome again to our final part of our three-part series. Oh my God, it feels like it's been so long. And we are talking about success. This is our third part. So, it's obviously a huge subject. And thank you for coming back. If you guys have been watching part one and part two, Mejri, it's always a pleasure to speak with you and to coach with you. I find that with every time we do these videos, it's like motivation to you and I to just also keep, you know, persevering this part of our career, which we
Yeah,
love to do because it is our passion, right?
yeah. Always happy to be with you and to discuss the last part of success finally, which is we will try to give some practical advices about the five keys of success, and people they can go back to our previous video to see which are the five keys of success, and we will try to give some tips or
Specific,
specific
applicable life
actions.
scenario.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah. Let's go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah,
so I mean, without further ado, we'll just jump straight into it. So, one of the five keys of success, if you haven't seen video one, go check it out because we do break it down. But to break it down more specifically as to how and, like Meshri say, to apply it. So, our first one is dream, right? And we did talk about how dream and goals, they kind of coincide, but they're not the same thing,
yeah,
right? Goals are, everyday things that are like more like little tasks. Dream is the big picture, the
yeah,
the thing that motivates you, the thing that, obviously is on your mind all the time because we're always dreaming about something, right? And I firmly believe that because, that's just the thing that kind of gets all of our imaginations or all of our juices going like, one day I'm going to, do this, and that's the dream. But goals are much more tangible, which is why it is much more um which is why goals are much easier to apply in life because you can have short-term goals, you can have long-term goals, and these are targets that you can obviously write down or have, you can quantify it and actually
yeah,
put it in numbers, and that is why it's much more applicable if you look at the first key to apply it in that sense, to have goals, right,
yeah.
Marjorie?
Yeah, I fully agree. The dream is we start with a dream because to reach that point of no limit, because
Mhm.
to reach success, we need to look really further. We cannot succeed if we are stuck here around and down around some objective that we see it. Dream, it will give us that wideness. It will give us
Yes.
that no limit way, no limit thinking about what I can reach, because we don't know our limit. So dream, it will give us
Mhm.
that, yeah, I'm open to any challenge. I'm thinking really big, and there is no limit in my thinking, right? And then
Yes,
and
absolutely agree.
and then the goals, it's the plan, it's the action. Now I'm going to follow my dream. Now I'm trying to reach or to reach my dream. So goals are, like you said, there is small term goals, I mean short term or long term
Short-term
goals.
goals.
What we can give
Let's
to,
just,
tell
mhm.
me, let me know.
I was
Like,
gonna say, let's just pull an example,
yeah,
Okay, so what is a dream? Quick, easy dream that a lot of girls come to me for is I want to be in a pageantry. Okay, simple, right? So that is their dream.
yeah,
Okay, so what is the goal? So let's set some goals, right? Okay, so short-term goals, long-term goals. Short-term goals is to, you know, um, apply diet or work out or, you know, health and
Daily
fitness,
action.
things
Yeah.
that will exactly. Actions that will basically help you meet the criteria and the requirements of, you know, your dream, which is to be in a pageant. And typically, unfortunately, pageantries do have minimum requirements. Now, you know, height is different, and we can talk about that some other time, but the whole point is to give this specific, you know, example.
Yeah.
So short-term goals are to apply those, you know, gym style, not gym style, gym life, and to um, you know, get fit, you know, have better skin, you know, apply moisturizer, look better, you know, do your hair, maybe do a makeover. So those are little goals. And then the long-term goals are things like, you know, practicing confidence, practicing your skills, brushing up those talents. And this long-term goal basically will be useful after the pageantry as well, because again, once you have your goal of being in the pageant, like you said, like the dream is like unlimited, right? So what happens after the pageant? There has to be more after that, and that's what it is. So the long-term goals, really what they do is also set you up for um, the they also set you up for the bigger and wider things that happen after the pageantry dream. So, you know, that's something, that's an example that, you know, off the top of my head, I think is very, quite frankly, you know, relatable, because it doesn't have to be pageantry. It could be for a job. It could be for any type of industry that you're working in, you know, so
I will
setting
add,
yourself up for goals. Yeah.
I will add something to dream. I think it's really important to ask your why I want to do that. Dream, it needs to be really related to your inner self. It means we don't have to stop in the goal. Dream
Yes.
is above the goal. So if your dream is to be I don't know, actress or something, that's the goal. It's not a dream. Why I want to be actress? That's to go beyond the goal. It means like,
Yes.
I want to express myself. I want to say things. I want to share my life. I want to help others. We need to answer to the why and to go as further as we can with why question to reach the dream, because that's the purpose. This is why I said that we start with the dream. It's to jump over the goal, to don't get stuck only in the result. No. The result,
Absolutely.
it will come, but
Absolutely.
I need to really look forward or look further away. That's the dream in my perspective, you
And
know.
I absolutely agree. Yes, and I absolutely agree, because that's a very good point. We always come back to the topic of why. You know, in competition, our other series that we
Yeah.
did, in competition, and even when we're talking about success, remember when we're talking about how, oh, and the AirPods are out. So remember when we were talking
I hear you
about
better
how
now.
success oh,
I
is
hear you
it?
better now. Yeah.
Well, I should have used it the whole time.
It's okay.
So okay, yeah, so going back to it, we always come back to the subject of why are we doing things? Why are we going into competition? Why are we wanting to be successful? And the key important thing that you mention and that you really emphasize is to really know what you're doing, because it's your inner self at the end of the day that is giving you this dream, not the goals, because like you said, the results are not going to last forever, right? And so it's really important to be taking what really drives and fires within to make that a dream versus just like a goal that's like attainable. You know, you see that in everything that you do, practical daily life, but in the overall big picture, people, that's how people will describe you, you know, not just the short little detailed things. People will actually notice you for that versus like all the goals, right? Because ambition at the end of the day, really, you can move mountains with that, right?
Yeah.
um
So
yeah.
to wrap it up, I think the important thing to do in our first topic, which is dream, is there is no limit.
Mm-hmm.
And to try to build the connection with yourself, because knowing yourself will allow you to dream and to really find what you really want to do. Because
Mm-hmm.
I believe that every person, he has his own path.
Yes.
And I mentioned dream because dream, it cannot be related to just a goal, because the goal is, okay, the society push us to go somewhere. It means to be successful, it means to be famous, to do acting or wherever it is. The dream, it will allow you to really touch or reach or feel what you really want, to know what is your real path. And then when
It
it,
gives you the feeling.
yes, it's a feeling, absolutely.
Feeling.
uh, this is why I didn't say goal, because goal, yeah, it's important in the action or planning phase, but in the
The
beginning,
practical phase.
in the practical thing, but in the beginning, no, you need to don't even make a plan, just let your feeling goes, where I want to
Yeah.
be, what I want to do, what I really want to do in this life. And then
Mm-hmm.
you can feel what you really want to do. For you, for
Yes.
example, you are an actress, you want to express yourself, you want to show that you can do things, you want to help others, you want to to do many roles. You want to be beautiful, you want to be a mom, you want to be, you know, so, and you want to embrace those roles. And you did it in your, I saw you really, I saw your picture with a
Which
little
one?
baby.
Oh my God. Everyone thought I was pregnant. And let's just
It
give,
means you act really good, right? So
thank you. You know,
people,
it
they
was just a
believe that,
process.
right?
Yeah. For sure. I definitely looks like a young mom. But that all that is to say really that um, when before you have anything, before you start your little short-term goals, think about the dream, because that is where it'll kind of piece a little things will come along and coincide and work with your dream. You know, I find that it's harder for people who you typically have no idea where they're going, but they're just doing things in their lives that they think will try and like, you know, if you don't know what to do with your life, take that time and really think about it. Discover yourself.
Hmm.
I feel like people are always feeling obliged because they have deadlines, they have things to do, and sometimes it's true within circumstances you don't have a lot of time for yourself because you have obligations. But at
Hmm.
the end of the day, if you can and do your best, is to really figure out what it is inside of you that makes you happy, that makes you dream. And those things, once you figure that out, all the little things will come along and the goals will then be more clear, the path will be more clear, and then that will basically take you to success, is in my opinion, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but anyway, let's move on to the second one. I love this topic, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
um our second one is perseverance. Okay, so
Presidents, yes.
love that word. I keep saying perseverance
Yeah,
ever
the
since.
French way, the French
C'est
accent.
français, c'est comme ça.
Oui, en français,
Exactement.
c'est
So,
persévérance.
Ah oui, exactement. C'est plus facile comme ça, right? Anyway, so
Perseverance. Let's.
perseverance is to me. So what I wrote down in my notes, and
Yeah.
yes, guys, I have notes. It's kind of like that. What perseverance is, and we discussed it in our 5 keys to success. But to me, this quick like summary of it, perseverance is that motivation to overcome challenges. You know, there are so many challenges that life throws at you that is on the road to success. You know, so how can we overcome that, and how can we apply that to our lives?
Yeah.
Right? Um,
Yeah.
I think that there are a person. So when they say a person is very strong, right? A person is very adaptable. I think that has to do with perseverance because
Yeah.
Challenges, when you overcome challenges, what does that make you? Stronger, as cheesy as it is,
That's
right?
what makes
What does
the difference. That's what makes the
it,
difference between people, between the successful and then or unsuccessful. And
exactly.
people, they don't see that. They just see the result, which is success, which is, yeah, he reached his goal, but they didn't see how many obstacles the successful people or guy he just jump over it. And
That's what in our minds sometimes, sometimes though, the thing that I want to say social media does a lot is that they make us think that it just is quick to get successful. That for me is sometimes, you know what? People get lucky and it does happen like that. It does happen overnight. I've had my luck and my fair share of very, very lucky moments, which had led me to succeed. And if you're lucky, that's great. But for people who aren't so lucky, who aren't always exposed to certain circumstances, they always have challenges. And honestly, if you've seen my other videos talking about my life and everything, you would know that in my life there are so many challenges to get to where I am. I'm not just, again, I don't want to make this video about me, but there are a lot of successful people who end up, especially people who want to share, people who are very happy, they want to share all that crappy experience. You never realize, but a lot of successful people do have so much like horrible things that they've probably went through, or really, really challenging things in their lives that have almost led them to give up. But that thing that gets them past it, the strength, the perseverance, that is what makes a person really strong. And that again, like you said, that is the difference between someone who's successful and someone who's not successful. Now, for a person who's unlucky, who keeps getting challenges thrown their way, the best skill, the most practical way I find is if you can develop a skill to adapt around challenges, adapt around environments that are really, really tough.
Yeah, and I fully agree with adapting the adaptability skill, because saying or trying to find a way to adapt to circumstances, it means however God put in my way, I will try to find a way to adapt, to find a solution. So it means in the end of the day, you will never stop. It means I have my dream. I am ready to overcome obstacles. I don't care which obstacle I have. My dream is much bigger than all the obstacles. Whatever I have in my way, I will find a solution. It needs time. Yes, I will give the time. Successful people, they have a goal to reach. So So they give time. Time is the most precious thing that you can give. If you can give the time, give your time. Then you have you give your. It means I am open to learn some new things. My brain, I'm good in this thing, and then I see that I need to improve in some other. I need to add some other skills to reach my goal. I have the adaptability to change and to go for one formation of 1 year, for example. I don't care, because to reach my goal, I need to learn that skill. So, and that we cannot do it without perseverance.
Yes.
It's
very crucial.
Otherwise we stop and we go to do something else.
Yes. Absolutely. It's perseverance is very crucial. I'm sorry, not perseverance. Adaptability is very crucial when it comes to challenges. And that is something that you need when you're trying to persevere towards that dream. Because again, like you said, you have now your dream. Now you have this road to this dream, and this road to this dream has so many challenges, and you need perseverance to go through that. And how are you going to be able to do that in life? You have to be adaptable. And now, how do you become adaptable? Well, it's all about creativity. It's all about, also, even if it's not creativity, it's all about asking for help and seeking and finding people that are at the place that you want to be, and learning from them. That is part of your job as well, to give time to, when you are giving your time to learn and follow and figure out what your dream is to do that research as well. So
there is a small point here, to don't mix between perseverance and adaptability, because sometimes we need to find the balance between them. Because to persevere, it means even if it doesn't work, I know it will work, and I do it again and again and again. Adaptability is, I feel that it will not work, so I need to change something else and adjust or adapt or take something else. So perseverance, it's to we don't give up. This is the point. Even if it doesn't work, I feel it work. Sometimes in sport, for example, you are as a coach, you are working with your team something, and your team is losing. So perseverance is to say, look, I know it's gonna work. Let's keep working. And how to motivate your players and to say, don't think about the result. It's gonna work. Don't worry. And then they work more. And then when they reach the point or the result, then they will be much more happier. So just that point, the difference between adaptability and perseverance, and how to work with them, how to use them both in the same time, which is
that's a very good point, because like you said, perseverance is basically the idea of always overcoming something, always looking at the positive and looking at the never giving up idea, and that is perseverance. Versus adaptability is more, okay, what's next? Like it's like moving forward, but always changing. And sometimes like you said, you just need to believe in it, and you just need to keep the same, and maybe you never know, right? And that's life, right? You will never know until it works, or if it doesn't work, then maybe you do got to change it up. But don't switch directly to adaptability. It definitely is part of perseverance, though, because when you do overcome challenges, you are learning new skills. And to me, like the concept of having circumstances like in life, you have to adapt, which is why I use that term. But it's very,
no, but
there's,
it's in the same, it's almost the same topic.
it's in the
So
same,
this is
exactly.
why we just need to be careful and to don't mix them. That's that, because we can use them both. That's what I wanted to say.
Absolutely.
We can use them both. We need to feel
Absolutely.
and to know when we should get like almost stubborn. This is the way. Even if it doesn't work, this is the way, because sometimes, yeah, it's, you need one step more to succeed. And
Yes.
if you don't do that step because you lost or because there is no result, then you will start from zero again. And
Scratch.
that's
Every time. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. It takes, you know, and that's an important point to mention, is that success takes time.
oh yeah
Takes so much time.
oh yeah
So much freaking time.
oh yeah but time, I mean, everything needs time. Love
Everything.
time.
Absolutely.
Happiness needs time.
Yeah, we all know that.
And we sometimes we forget the most important thing, which is time.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that we don't have control. It's time. We need one video about time, huh? Because it's such a big topic. But time is the most precious and important and uncontrollable, right? We can say that.
Uncontrollable.
Uncontrollable
Yes.
thing ever. And sometimes we forget that time, it doesn't stop. You cannot control it. Even if you are trying to control it, you cannot control it. But we need to like swim with it, right? We need to like follow the. If you have a problem, don't forget that there is a time that it can solve the problem. I made a video about anxiety and depression, and the first cause of that is we analyze things that the time is stop. It's like, man, your life is going. Things will, they can change in a second. And anxiety and depression, it's people who are stuck in the past. Depression, it's like people, they are stuck in the past. They are not looking to the present, and they are stuck in the past. And anxiety, it's opposite. People, they are projecting too much in the future. And that's the first cause of those big mental sickness or wherever it is. Man, time is now. There is no future. There is no past. Even the future. And trying to control those two, past and future, that's our big problem. Let's go back to our topic. Sorry, I went.
I love that though. That was really nice to actually, you know, point out actually. But yeah, that's so true. And I'm like coming to realize, and you know, just for people out there, we don't mean no disrespect. You know, it's a sickness, and we empathize with that. So just disclaimer, I thought I should put that in there.
Now we are talking about causes. You know, I'm doing these videos to help people, and you cannot imagine,
of course,
how many
yes,
messages and SMSs I get about that, because this is the first mental problem that we have in the world. Like,
yes, absolutely.
it's amazing, but we don't share that, and we don't talk about that. And even if we are anxious or depressed, we don't share those things. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, my stomach, I have pain. We can share that. We don't care. But yesterday I could not sleep, and I'm anxious, and I am too anxious and freaking out. We don't share those things, and
Yeah.
and people, they are stuck in that by themselves, and they
Yes, I agree.
cannot find. It's not easy to go to psycholog or to go to coach or to ask for help. So
yeah, it's a very tricky subject, and it's still very hard for people to be open about it, because it's well, obviously society paints like a perfect life, right? And I think it's definitely a subject we need to talk about, because it's huge, and I think you
put in the
should
comments below if you
put
want
in the comments, and also make a video in English, right, Mejri?
Yeah,
But
I will do my best. I'm doing with you, so we can discuss that.
we'll do it. We'll do it together. Exactly.
Yeah. So
And I would love
one.
to know about it too. So the
What?
next one is passion.
Yeah, passion. Yeah. So
Passion.
what to do to be passionate? What to do to know,
And how to apply it.
yeah,
as
how to
well.
apply it much more. Okay, how to apply it. First, you need to find it, okay?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that is first and foremost. And I
Eh,
think that you kind of find that with Dream, kind of.
Well, to be honest,
You
Juliet, it's because this subject is, many people, they don't know what they really want.
Mhm.
And I always say to those kind of people, don't freak out. It's not a problem that you don't know what you have to do, because they think that, yeah, everyone needs to know where is my goal and what I really want, and then I plan everything, and I am organized, and they feel in control of their life, which is not the case. Life is, it's uncontrollable. Again, this word, life is to
It's the
be,
word of our video.
yes, yeah, uncontrollable. So how to be, how to live the present moment. So you can ask me how I can dream if I'm not projecting in the future, right?
Mhm.
But we can dream. It's knowing yourself. It's really being in parallel with yourself. I feel that this is my way. Don't ask me why. I'm going there. And I don't have any fear to go there. And I don't care
Mhm.
if I don't succeed. I don't care. I'm really enjoying the path, and I don't care about the result. I'm enjoying doing that. This is how people, they succeed, when they don't care, when they are not
Oh,
scared about the result, when they don't care. I don't care if I don't look good. That's not my objective.
it's a mixture. It's a mixture. So that is my slogan. You have hit my slogan. A lot of Hong Kong people know me for the I don't care. Okay. But it's the fact that, like, it's a mixture between I don't care and I am gonna let go and let God, or let life take its course,
Right.
and for you to just do your part by taking care of yourself, doing things that you love to do, that makes you happy, being surrounded by people that makes you feel good, things like that. That's controllable in your part. But life in itself and time is uncontrollable.
I
So to really, yes, and so that's why, wow, I am having a brain fart. That's like passion. At the end of the day, it's something that you can also uncontrollably have, because you sometimes don't know until you know. Like for me, you know, I tried so many activities in my life, you know, drawing, singing, and all that kind of stuff, and volleyball. Is volleyball my passion? No, I love it though, but it's not my passion. Is dancing my passion? You know what? It probably is my first passion in my life, you know, and is visual arts my passion? You know, I used to think that too. And, you know, you never know because passion can kind of like also not come and go, but it's there. And you can pick it back up here and there, but you will find that fire again. So I find that you gotta, yeah, you dream, you kind of have a picture of it. That's your future that you paint. But passion is kind of ambiguous when it comes down to life.
Yeah, it's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's a big mistake to try to control it, because our brains, he need to understand everything and to put order in everything. So he will push us to try to define what is our passion. And people, they get frustrated, so they go to this part or they go to the other part. Now I'm passionate about that. Yeah, but you didn't do it well, and you did it only for 1 month and you stop. And then I do this one. But what you are doing, you said that your passion is there. Why you don't do it here? Why you don't do it there? So, and then we get frustrated and we don't follow our
I think those are your kids.
Mr. Adam, come here. What you want to do? You want to say good morning? See my big boy?
Hi.
Say hello.
He was the Batman, right? He was Batman for Halloween, or like I thought I
you
remember
saw
him
his
coming
picture?
in. No, you should. He came in one time. I said hi to him, and he was wearing
Batman.
Did you go trick or treating this year? No, right?
Yeah, I was when it was first Halloween.
First Halloween.
I was
Really
ninja.
You was ninja, right? Great.
In the first Halloween.
You took the breakfast.
Cool.
You came to say hello to Papa too, and now you go to let Papa to finish his video, and you give me a big kiss.
Oh, so sweet. Oh, so cute. So cute.
Yeah, sometimes he's good, sometimes he's a big monster, you never know.
Just like life is ambiguous, you never know.
Bye.
Bye.
You can close it?
No.
You can take, yeah, be careful with your finger. Yeah, good job, close it.
Hi.
And then close with your hand. Up!
Yeah.
That will help. Go ahead. Go. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
We interrupt this video by a very important guest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you have kids.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think like all that is to say, how do you apply passion? Well, I think it just comes to you. And like you were saying, you don't want to be jumping around different passions like it is just like, you know, fries or something.
I want to say that passion, you need to feel it and to don't be ashamed about your feeling. Follow it.
And impatient.
Sorry?
And impatient. Don't be impatient with passion.
And don't judge yourself. Don't judge. Maybe you find your passion, I don't know, maybe, and passion can change as well. It's not like, yeah, I have one passion. Why? You can have 30.
You have multiple passions. Yes.
You can explore many ways. But I mean, passion, it's a part of success. But we don't need to take it like success. It means I need to persevere in passion. No. Passion, you need to feel it. When you do it, you are happy. When you go to do it, you are really enjoying. So do it. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. So
Passion
and
is
when you reach that point of I'm passionate about it, you will not even think to quit or to don't quit. You are in it. You are doing things. You don't have time to think. You know, for example, I am passionate with coaching. I don't think about doing coaching. I am in coaching always. I'm like,
always.
sometimes I want to go out from coaching, right? So to be normal, to don't analyze things. So that what does it mean passion, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Absolutely
passion,
agree.
it's not here. Passion is here. It's not here at all.
Yeah.
So
No, it's basically, well, I mean, obviously everybody has their own definitions of passion, but I think we can all agree that passion is something that you love. And it's that thing that really makes us happy. And like you said, it's a feeling, you know, and a lot of this, the 5 keys that you have has to do with feelings, with feeling like, okay, this is right. And you know what? The funny thing how humans work is that we have this feeling of like gut feeling of like right and wrong, or what makes us happy, what makes us not
that's
so
right.
happy. And this feeling is a mechanism that has been gifted by God, or however you want to say it, that is put in us for these exact reasons, to figure out what we like, what we don't like, what we love, what we don't love, all that, right? And I think it's a beautiful thing. So yeah.
I the connection between passion and love, I really I agree with that. It's like when we love somebody, we don't think too much. Otherwise, it's not love, right?
Yeah.
So when we
It's
love
easy.
somebody, we don't say that it's I love that guy, and okay, not me, you. I love I love that guy.
Yes.
Maybe you ask yourself, it's the right guy or not? And then love comes. What are you talking about? Right and wrong. I just love that guy. I don't care. Right
It's
or
a
wrong.
feeling.
Good or
It's
bad.
a feeling.
Rich or poor. Society, he's really good in society or not. I love that guy. And that's passion, exactly. When you are passionate about something, you don't
You feel
ask
it.
yourself it's good or bad. You just want to do that, and that's passion.
Exactly.
So what
And
we
you
can
know
do,
it.
yeah, and what we can do to love things.
Yes, exactly. And so that's what I mean. Like you this, it's not to know right or wrong or good or bad. It's to feel the good or the bad. You know, it's, you just know. You can't. It's an inexplainable kind
Yeah,
of like love. Like
this is why
um.
we go back to knowing yourself, because when you are aligned with yourself and you know yourself, even if there are some questioning about the thing or the subject or the passion or your boyfriend, when you know yourself, you don't have doubt. When you know yourself, even if somebody comes to you and you say, what are you doing? Are you serious? You say, yes, I'm serious. I don't care. I don't listen. I'm really passionate.
Yeah.
So, so, so in passion, we cannot give some practical thing to do. I just can say, know yourself.
Follow your gut.
And follow your gut. Absolutely.
We are
Follow
the
your gut.
same page. That is the same thing. You
And
know.
don't, and,
Knowing yourself is follow your
yeah,
gut.
follow your gut. That's that. And if you feel that you are not comfortable in following your gut, just do things to be comfortable, to follow your gut. Don't stop loving that thing, or don't say, or don't change your passion because you are not feeling comfortable. Being comfortable with following your gut, it depends from your relation with yourself. It doesn't depend from the thing or from the passion or from your boyfriend. it depends from, I'm well balanced. I'm not judging myself. I don't care about what people say. I'm balanced. You know, I'm really balanced. I know myself, I love myself, and I'm accepting my differences or my weaknesses or my strengths.
It's like the dream, how it's unlimited, right? You have to, you know, passion is unlimited, and then you have you that come back to dream, right? Because you said dream is like who you are, what you are. It's it's the same thing as passion. It's like, you know yourself, you know that feeling. So it's limitless. And don't limit yourself by feeling uncomfortable and stuff. You're supposed to feel a little bit of like craziness, because that's kind of like how life is you just don't know, and that's uncontrollable. Oh my god, this is like the word of the day.
The world.
So yeah. Okay, so our next one is discipline. I feel like discipline is pretty straightforward.
This is a discipline. It's like our army values. Discipline is, I have rules and I am following the rules that I put to myself to reach my goal. So what we can give to our audience to practical things to be disciplined. I can say that discipline, it needs a plan. This is why I put it fourth in our 5 keys. I didn't put it in the beginning because it comes after those, in the plan of going to success. I cannot put it second, because discipline, it comes after putting a plan, after the goals. After dreaming big, I put my goals, and I need the discipline. And to have discipline, I need a plan, right? So if I need to wake up 8 o'clock in the morning for 1 month, for example, to reach something or to achieve something, I need to do it. So discipline is, even if I'm tired and I drink 1 glass of wine or 2 glasses of wine last night, I need to wake up. I have to wake up. And without discipline, you will not wake up. And without discipline, you will reach your goal or your success really late.
Inefficient
Way. Or maybe you will not reach it without discipline.
So discipline, I mean, like you said, it's army values. It's very simple. It's as simple as it can be. It's self-control. You know, having to give yourself a plan and following through with that plan. You know, and that's different from perseverance, and that is different from having a goal, because discipline at the end of the day is not all of us, the word discipline comes with a very kind of like negative kind of connotation, because of when you're growing up as a child, there's no rules. There is like, everything you break. Yeah, I mean, there's no rule in your mind, but there is actually so many rules that we love to break, and that we love to, just like, we can't climb this, we're gonna climb it. Kids are like that, right? So discipline is, as an adult, you have that like sense of, I don't really want to. It's not always pleasurable. For example, waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning. You think that we want to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning? No, I would love to sleep in. I would love to, sleep until whatever time, wake up at a certain time, whatever it is, whatever it could be, eating, it could be anything. But the thing with discipline, and why you need it, and why it's so applicable, and why it has to do everything with self-control, is because it's it will help you get to kind of like your success in a way where you have order. And I think that's the thing out of like the 5 keys that is a little bit more like for people who are very A-type, makes sense because it has a plan. There's an actual programming that you can follow, you know, and for us it makes sense. So discipline to me is very easy because it's like, oh, I have 5 tasks to do today, like 5 goals to do. I'm going to do all that. That's discipline. And then once I finish my day is happy and I'm rewarded. But the trick with discipline, the trick with that is that you don't want to become obsessed with just crossing things off the list, right? When you, and which is why number 5 is very important, right? Because it's talking about the mental release, the things that you need to also, it's a push and pull relationship that you can't always be crazy disciplined. Otherwise it'll drive you crazy as well. But you need a good amount of it and a good control so that you're able to, like you said, reach, you know, when you're going on the road to success, you're not going it like this, you're just going it more in a straight-ish line, you know? So that is kind of like the way I see discipline is because...
I fully agree with what you're saying. Discipline, I was doubting, honestly, to put it or not.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because discipline, it's against pleasure. It's against feeling in somehow. Discipline goes against your feelings. It means value, they are above everything. Or rules, they are above even yourself. So I think the limit of discipline is, discipline. There are some rules that I put to reach something. So they don't have to be stronger than yourself. People value rules much more than themselves. And it's really, I believe that it's really wrong.
That's what you need to know when it comes to discipline, is that when you do have a plan and like a programming that you want to follow, that is for you to, it's for you to reach your goals. Now, once you know, don't follow through, it's not to say that it didn't work for you. It just, maybe there are things that you need to change about that discipline. There's something that can work, some other solution. Discipline is not always one way only, because that's the thing, right? Discipline is always, when we talk about rules, there is a definite right way and then there's a definite wrong way, right? Discipline, when it comes to applying it to success, there are many ways to succeed, right? There are many paths and many different type of roads that you can succeed. So discipline, there's usually, like, I would say, it's like a 80% chance that if you follow through what you need to follow through, you will likely succeed. You know, but there's like that chance of, like you said, it will limit you because you end up following it and it doesn't work, and then everything backlashes, or you can't follow it and you set your expectations up here and you can't follow through, and that also again backlashes on you. So to me, you gotta, when you are talking about applying discipline, that discipline has to work for you, and it doesn't take that one shot plan only. You have to figure out what works best for you, what's most efficient for you, because sometimes that's what it is. It's like testing. That's why we have testing for everything, you know, and trial and error, right?
We just need to be careful to don't be slave of our rules that we really put.
Absolutely.
Or sometimes
Absolutely.
the problem is discipline or rules. Usually it's not, we don't put them. Sometimes we have rules and discipline that they are coming from our childhood, from our father, our mother. And those rules, we get stuck and we cannot even challenge them. And it's really important to try to, when we reach some certain age, to challenge those rules and to own those rules. I don't have to change them, but I need to open the book of the rules. This rule, it represents me. I live it. This rule, I don't like it. I put it away. And then you own your rules. It means it's your rules, so you will never be a prisoner of those rules. You will be the boss of your rules. Then you can be disciplined, and you can be free as well to change whenever you want. But if you don't own those rules, and it comes from your childhood, usually you get stuck. And sometimes you go and you are like an army that
really relates to, I think, a lot of kids out there who struggle with going to university or not going to university. I think both of us have a very, obviously we're coaches, so we're very open to a lot of ideas. So I wouldn't be against if one day my kid came up to me and was like, I don't want to go to university. But like you said, you have to own those rules. You have to, when you challenge like things that are planned, that are programmed, that type of discipline. And when you challenge those, because you know that it's coming from someplace that you know that you have your own plan and that you're gonna figure out your way, then that's fine. As long as you back that up with true intentions, with genuine, again, with all the rest of the 4 keys, right? You have to have that for the right reasons. Otherwise, you are obviously not following the rules for the wrong reasons, right? So again, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and you have to be open with that. But as long as, like you said, you own it, then you can back that up with actual, reasoning that helps you reason why you shouldn't follow certain rules. And that's what discipline is to also be careful not to, again, to not be a slave, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are in our final one, and this will be the last one ever, and I'm so excited. I think I dabbled a little bit about it when I was talking about discipline, when I said that you can't, you have to have the right mentality, and obviously you has to do with your mind, your physical, like you said, when you wake up at 8 a.m., we don't like it. It's not okay. So liking and not liking, that's discipline. That's talking about perseverance, overcoming those challenges. But when we're talking about you, and we're talking about the discipline, then that's talking about your mental state. So if, let's say, you do go out and, because people have lives, people go to parties, right? You go out, you stay out, you go out late night with your wife, with your boyfriend, whatever it is, with your friends, and it's a good time and you have a good time. Don't feel guilty about that, because you, in life, things happen once only, right? Life is, again, it'll take us anywhere, right? And when it takes you anywhere, you should enjoy those moments. And those are the moments you should enjoy. That's the happiness, you need happiness to have a good mental state of mind. And not only is your mind happy by you having releases in not necessarily always following the rule book, to forgive yourself if you do need to sleep in past 8 a.m., but also to be happy physically, you know, feed your body with good food, right? Make your body feel good by going to stay healthy, whatever it is, right? And that's what, you know, again, in a gist of it, you is so important, because it's not just the mental and the physical, but it's also the uniqueness to it. And everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different journey. Everyone has a different way to reach success. I think you, at the end of the day, like, you, without a right state of mind, you can't achieve any of those things, you know, because you need to be mentally happy, physically happy, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But,
yeah. I close up the 5 keys of success with you. Now, when you were talking, I was thinking that in the end, why I put you in the end. I think because I wanted to mention that you are above the success. I wanted to mention that success, it's a part of life, that we do it for ourselves, not opposite way. Because I see that we are stuck, and we talked about that in the previous video, the problem that we can be a slave of our success because we relate success to happiness. So I finish and I end up the video or the 5 keys with you to it's like a reminder. All this, you are doing it for yourself. Because yourself, it's above success, not opposite way. If I reach success, myself will be happy, or I will value myself better. No. It's totally opposite. You are above everything. And success, you are doing it because you love doing something, because you want to achieve things, because we need to go through our life and achieve some things. But we don't value ourselves with success. Myself, it's above everything. There is nothing that can value a self. There is nothing that can value a life. So you are here, and success is here, and success, it's something that you do or you want to reach just because in our life we need to achieve things, not to value yourself or not to feel better if you succeed. It doesn't have to be the end. It doesn't have to be a purpose. Got it? Or it's a bit philosophical.
No, it's just what we need for the ending of this video. But also, I agree with that. I also think that it's very important to emphasize that when you're applying you in how to reach the road to success with you, is when you're applying that, it's so important, like you said, to also feel and it has to what's the word that you use, like I just want to say fit, or like it has to really coincide with like the rest of the 4 keys. Like it can't just it's not in it of itself. It applies to all 4, because like I said, well, you have 5 keys, you don't have 4 keys, right? And you is very, you can almost say it's very like general, you know, but without that, without the feeling, without the right state of mind, none of these can happen. It's kind of like the master key, you know, you need all these keys You know what I mean? You need all these keys, like the 5 keys, but the U is like the big key that kind of like it access to all, it opens these 4 as well.
I fully agree.
So
I fully
so
agree.
that, yeah, so that to me, when you apply it, you apply it in everything, in all the 4 keys that we're talking about. And also just, again, like I mentioned earlier, when I'm talking about you, is the physical, the mental happiness, the things that make you feel good physically, mentally, whatever it is. And that's very important. So yeah, I think that's kind of like it for me. Did you have anything else to add?
No, I just want to say that we made many videos about success because it was a huge subject, and because in our modern life, success it's the goal. Everyone try to reach success, and success is related about ourself, about our confidence, and about our happiness, about our mindfulness. So it's really complicated, and I really want to mention that yes, success, it's important. This is why we make a video, but it's not more important than yourself. It's not more important than a self as a self, right? So
yeah,
just to be,
it's not more
yeah,
than
just to
your
be,
mental.
sorry, I don't hear.
It's not more important than, you know, your happiness, your mental state.
Yeah,
That's why
just to be
talk about,
just to be first, not to be a slave of success, and success, it doesn't determine your happiness. Got it?
And we really go into that. If you haven't seen our second video, we really go into that, because success and happiness is very often mistaken to be the same thing, you know. So if you guys haven't watched it, go watch it, do your homework.
Go watch the video, and we would appreciate as well if there are some comments, there are some questions, there are even some topics that we can talk about them, about it in the next videos. It's always a pleasure to see this beautiful girl, and smart, and successful, and a dancer, and a coach, and talent, and everything.
Thanks.
So it's always a pleasure to discuss these things with you.
Yeah, you know what, Mejri, I find that like a lot of times whenever I have these sessions with you, I just learn so much, and also it just makes so much sense to actually talk it out loud. You know, I feel like a lot of people can have this discussion, but it's the fact that how we, you know, discover it along our conversations, our coaching, it really brings me to think that, you know, this is what we're supposed to do. And it really makes me happy. And I could not appreciate you more, because you spend, you know, we have to see each other's faces at least once a month to record stuff like this. And, you know, it's hard. You know, we do this like, you know, we have to edit this video. We have to make time for you and I, and we are in opposite ends of the world, right? You are in Hong Kong, I am in Toronto, and it's just such an unlikely, this was so unlikely because of how we met. We met playing volleyball, knowing nothing about each other.
And we never discussed this kind of stuff.
We've never talked about, all we've ever, I think I've said like 2 words to you at like, you know, like in person, I think
right?
it was probably, yeah, it was about volleyball. I was just like, oh, you used to play professionally? Cool. You know, like, and I spoke to you in French because I was like, oh, someone who speaks French. But, you know, it's so funny how the world brings us together. And like I said, you never, like we said in this video, life is so like unlimited, and you never know what's
going to happen. You never know. It's really important to do what you did, like 5 seconds. You open your hands and try to get what life gives you. And I
and
hope
embrace it, enjoy it.
yeah, I hope that people, they feel that we really want to share things. We really try to analyze things in a valuable way, that people, they can pick up some things and they
That
build
can
their
help you. Yes.
and
Yeah.
they can help, and that's our job as a coach. It's it's not we know things, it's just we help people to share, to open up, to don't be slave of fear or slave of judgment. Don't be scared of doing mistakes. Probably we did many mistakes in our video, we never know. Don't judge, just pick up what you can pick up, share what you can share. And this is why we are here, I believe. This is why we are here as human beings. So we are just trying to be a human being. That's that.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I hope this advice, you know what though, Mejri, I've been getting messages about our coaching stuff, and it's always from someone who is in need of what they, they find something in our videos. And I really appreciate when people do write to me. It really does make me happy, and I do really I should relay it more often to you. But it's it makes why we do coaching. It makes us feel happy that other people are finding happiness through what we're saying. And I feel like that's just that's just makes me happy. You can tell us all.
I hope that we will have more comments, more questions. We are planning as well to make some live in the future, probably, because if we do these videos in live, we will have live question, then we can answer much more, then we can have that discussion, and I think it will be much more valuable for the audience. So yeah, maybe it will happen one day. Here is my son again.
Oh, he's back. He's like, I'm ready for breakfast and lunch. Yeah. I'm gonna let you go, but thank you so much again.
My toy, it was just right
No, your
there.
toy is not in my room. It's not in my studio.
I just saw it right there.
It's okay. Let me say bye to my friend. Okay, you can say bye to her as well. See you.
In my bum.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
So
he could wrap the video. He could just come and wrap the video.
Yeah, but he did.
But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video. So
thank you.
Thank you again for coaching today with me, and it was really, as usual, it's always a pleasure, and it's so good to have these conversations. Hope you guys like, comment, and share if you liked it. Please comment, please share, please show us some love, and we hope to see you guys in the. That's right. See you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.